G'day guys and welcome to another episode here on the Centre Bounce where we have our normal Thursday 5:30 p.m. live stream for the drive home. How we doing, Big J?
Mate, I almost heard like you about to say some proper footy chat, a bit of a callback from our other show that we were on throughout the week. Mate, I'm doing good. There was a talk on the radio about, hey, it's the first week for a very long time we haven't had a Thursday night game, and mate, I wish we did have a Thursday night game. I don't know what I'm going to do tonight. I mean, me and you are going to record, but no football. What are they doing, AFL? Pull your head in.
Am I hearing things correctly? Are you actually complaining that there's no football today? Mate,
I would love. I would love. I think the fixturing's actually working out quite well. This week's a little bit different because there's less games, but I would love if there was a Thursday, a Friday, 3 Saturdays and 3 Sunday games. None of these weeks where there's like 4 games on a single day and, you can't really watch all of them if you wanted to, blah, blah, blah. Just like throw some footy on a Thursday, man. Who cares? In terms of Supercoach, it sucks, but like, make it happen, AFL. What are you doing?
Mate, you were the one who was saying, oh, I can't wait for Thursday night football to be over.
Nah, I love me a Thursday. Thursday night game is fantastic, man. Chuck it in there.
Fair enough. All right, guys. So thanks so much for coming in, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you had a lovely Thursday. G'day, Charles. First off the bat, hello, gents. I'm getting in early because of my Thursday night drinks.
Let us know about Thursdays. Thursday yes or Thursday no? Let us know.
Yeah, it's got to be a yes. Thanks again for all your help anytime, Charles. Thanks so much for watching, bro. Who's the better pick this week, Krueger or Dowling? All right. It's an interesting
You want to go
question.
first?
Yeah, because I'm going to share the screen. I'm going to go first because I'm going to share the screen. Now, I don't know if you can see it properly here, but this is tweet courtesy of Honeyball AFL. They're great resource. If you haven't followed them on Twitter, they do like to get these little snippets from coaches and from various players as well around the league. And Matthew Nix said Billy Dowling will play again. It'll just be in what role, sub or in the 22. So he's looking to shake things up over there at Adelaide because they need to. And then sort of again another tweet. This came a bit earlier on in the week. This is from Josh Money. Last week's debutant Billy Dowling was training in the Crows' B team at the main session, and he hinted that he could be the sub. But then things changed very soon afterwards because, again, Josh Money subsequently tweets that Rory Laird might have done a knee.
Yep.
And so that all of a sudden now could bring Billy Dowling back into contention. So there's a lot of question marks over what the hell Adelaide are going to do with their team this week. So for me, I'm happy to go with Krueger.
Yeah, that's the same for me as well. Obviously, I think by the end of like round 16 or whatnot, you should aim to probably have both. But for job security wise and scoring wise this week, one's a forward, yes, one's a midfielder, but I think Krueger has the better job security at the moment. Dowling's a fantastic player, and he should have been on a higher score than what he was last week. A few poor disposals and things like that, but yeah, it's kind of hard to pick him when there's talk he might be the sub or not the sub or just things like that. But I think Adelaide is stupid not to play him for the full time.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. And another thing, just piggybacking on what you're talking about with Krueger's better job security, this is Collingwood's injury list. And you look at the injury list for Collingwood, Mason Cox still out for 5 to 7 weeks. Degoe 2 weeks. Dan McStay still to be confirmed. Myercheck is still 2 weeks away as well. So it just they're really short on tools. They're short on tools in the forward line. And so Krueger, as long as Krueger stays fit and healthy, plus he's in rooping form, it would be hard to drop him. Clearly, Craig McRae likes him. and he would have played sooner if not for all of his injuries.
Well, yeah, and Mason Cox, being in some decent form and doing quite well as that tall second ruckman. People don't realise it too much. Maybe Jen will let us know, but Mason Cox is really good at nullifying opposition ruck. Being 200 plus centimetres, well, I think he's 211, right? Being as tall as what he is, he's really, really good at neutralising opposition rucks, which means that, like, if you've got that in your team, it just adds another element, which means in turn, hey, look, he might play on top of someone else or instead of someone else who could still be in good form but doesn't offer the same thing. So when Cox is out, Krueger's in. Yeah, and as you say, Joe, last week was really good. I don't know how he's going to – North Melbourne's backline's going to smash him. We're going to dominate him and he's going to score like 30 points, but, maybe
30
not.
Points or 30 goals? 30 points or 30 goals?
I hope neither. I was talking about 30 Supercoach. If
funny.
he's got 30 points, that's a lot of points still. That's a lot of behinds.
That's a lot of behinds. That's Essendon stats right there.
Just 5 goals flat. That's it.
G'day, Sam. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for coming on,
What's up,
man.
Sam?
Aero as well. Good to see you. Yeah, it's been a good week. It's been a short week. Obviously, no Monday work, so we're already on Thursday, and there's no stress and rush with no football game today. So, yeah, it's been a good week.
Yeah, no
Jack.
complaint.
Beautiful dog, Jack. He's licking his nose, I can see. Beautiful. Glorious. G'day, boy Dot. How you doing? Can you do a team review? My team is called Team Tigers. Mate, I don't know. I've sort of said this last week. It's a bit late in the piece now to be doing team reviews. I think most people should be maybe 2 upgrades away from finishing their team. So, like, at this point, it's just taking what you can get, essentially, at this point, right, Big J?
Yeah, take what you can get, and then after you've done that, upgrade some of the dud players on field, really. Guys that you're not confident with. And, we've got 10 weeks of Supercoach left, so guys that you don't want to see for 10 weeks is probably a good thing to look at too. If I had a couple more trades, I know a certain Sam Walsh and probably a Lockie Whitfield would be gone. But unfortunately, I don't know if I could do that or not.
Yeah, fair enough. G-Bags. G'day, G-Bags. Is Neil a good trading option this week? Just worried about him copying a Windhager tag.
Well, that's the big issue. I know there's been a good table that's been floating around on all the socials. I don't know if Joe can pull that up or not. From the Third Man Up podcast that our friend Janice and I think it's Janice and no one else from the Supercoach Squad play do it. But yeah, it just kind of shows, hey, who the taggers are. And Brisbane do have a few. I know if I'm an opposition coach, I'm not going to tag Dunkley. Lockie Neal's the one that's going to get tagged every day of the week. So, yeah, just something to watch out for a little bit there. His ceiling's fantastic, but when he gets the tag, he obviously falls off a bit. There's a reason why I haven't picked Neal. Even though I can afford him, I've gone Dunkley instead because I think just the matchups over the next few weeks hopefully favour my player and not Neal. Not saying Neal's a bad player, of course. His 3-round average is atrocious, but yeah, it's, I just think there's a few tags coming up.
So Marcus Windhager has tagged inside mids. So he's tagged Josh Kelly, Caleb Sarong, Harley Reid, and Tuke Miller.
And you think he goes up? Like you think he goes to Lockie Neal?
Yeah, for sure. He goes absolutely. He goes directly to Lockie Neal. After what Lockie Neal did to freaking the Bulldogs last week, why would you let him off the hook? There's no way you let him off the hook. So yeah, Lockie Neal, have fun with Marcus Windhager, brother. You're going to get to know each other really well on Friday tomorrow night. He's then got Butters. Potentially he could go to Heaney. If not Heaney, then maybe Warner. He could either go to Dawson or Soligo. He's already tagged Harley Reid once before. Probably go there again. He'll probably go straight to Zach Merritt. And then he's got Lockie Neal again in round 21. You can't see the rest of it because of this comment. I'll just take it away. So I do think that Lockie Neal is going to cop Marcus Windhager. There's no doubt about it. And there was a news article as well that Ross Lyon absolutely is going to tag someone.
Yeah, like you wouldn't tag Zorko. You probably wouldn't tag Dunkley. I think Dunkley's too good of a player to be tagged, and his role just kind of doesn't allow it from happening. So that's why he was so valuable at the Dogs, and like Brisbane. Can't believe Brisbane got Dunkley for like pick 6. What a joke!
It's ridiculous, isn't it? So yeah, G-Bags. Look, you can get Neil. I've never really been a big one of him because the way he ends seasons isn't as strong as when he starts seasons. He's 31 years old, and he's going to cop a tag this week. I prefer Dunkley. Out of those two, I definitely prefer Dunkley. I think both of us are of that opinion. Jack,
that's my
Salem choice for D6, considering Petracca is out for the year. Good, cheap option.
Mate, Petracca being out makes me really wish I had kept Howes, because Howes is going to play now, and Howes is going to play because Salem 100% is going to end up in the midfield. He's been dominating off halfback, scoring really big bonkers numbers, but I do think Petracca's going to take his spot. Salem's going to take Petracca's spot. Salem originally took a bit of Angus Brayshaw's job, and then moved to the halfback and was doing a few other things. I think Salem's the man for them. There might be some like other player that kind of comes through and does some stuff, but really hurts Melbourne that James Jordan's left, because he would be perfect for the role.
Yeah, he would be.
And Billings is not going to get a run at it, and it's hilarious. I mean, sucks to be Billings, but yeah, like it would be a good trade in, but yeah, it's not going to happen. So,
but yeah. Before we do that, before we get into any more of that, I want to make this. How do I make this full screen? I don't want to do this. I want this to be full screen. How do I make this full screen? Open image, a new tab potentially. All right, guys, we're gonna have. We can't just talk about Petracca being out without having a moment of silence for him. We're going to have a memorial service here for Christian Petracca for the rest of the year. We're here all together, all 67 of us tonight here on Thursday night for the drive home to remember and commemorate Christian Petracca, the wonderful warrior from the Melbourne Football Club. He has been absolutely courageous, fighting through 4 broken ribs, a lacerated spleen, and a punctured lung. We're here to remember his service to the Melbourne Football Club in 2024 and look forward to him bouncing back in 2025 as a new person. You will be missed, Petracca. You will be missed. Get well soon, brother. Get well soon. Focus on your recovery. But yeah, no, he's got to go. He has to go. Who are you going to pick him? No, it wouldn't be Salem. Salem, the reason why you like Salem in the first place is because of the role that he plays off halfback.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. But I think with Petracca gone, Salem takes his spot. Like Howes can come in and play the role that Salem was playing because he was playing it when Salem was out. But I think Goodwin moves Salem to the midfield or someone else, and then Salem kind of plays a bit of that role.
Do we like him with centre bounces, though? Is he a good midfielder, or is he better as a halfback?
50. I mean, everyone's better as a halfback. Like,
exactly.
That's just the nature of halfback.
Correct. He could start middle and then go back, you reckon? I mean,
yeah, maybe like a bit of a Sinclair type role.
76% CBA.
People have said, hey, maybe like a Trent Rivers will take kind of the same role, but yeah, Salem's very, very good.
Yeah, I know, but him playing here in the midfield.
320K would have been amazing.
Plus, he got the bye this week as well.
Mm.
So he had a lot of CBAs in this game, wasn't really great. This game, 33%, 38. So what's his average when he has more CBAs? Oh, geez, we have a really small sample size. What the hell? This guy's never attended a centre bounce until this year?
Mm-hmm.
He's literally never in his career. Look at this, 0%. He's had no centre bounces his entire career until he finally rocks up to this year, finds himself on the ball in 4 games. He's averaged 87. Do you want this, though? Is this what you want? I don't know. Not for me. I prefer McKercher. Because apparently McKercher, if we go back to the injury list, and scroll down to North Melbourne, McKercher 1 week. McKercher's back next week. So I'd rather the guaranteed half-backer who has shown that he can go 100+ in the back line. So, and he's got DPP.
I also like McKercher. I like McKercher, but McKercher just means I need to get like a DPP 102k defender mid in my team. That's the only issue.
I mean, you could, if you want to get both McKercher and Salem, and you just to be really cheeky, then then why not? If one goes down, you got the other one going. What else is there? G-Bags. I'm also tossing up between whether I should bring in Luke Ryan or Jordan Clark this week.
Luke Ryan's a beast, man. I personally don't think. Yeah, I don't know if Luke Ryan drops another stinker score for the rest of the season. To be honest, he's a freak. Jordan Clark's fantastic, but I think there's some tags coming up that are going to affect him a little bit more than a Luke. Like, yeah, you can't tag Tom Stewart. You can't tag Luke Ryan, really.
I mean, where does he go bad? Like, how does he score bad? The only way he scores bad is if he only has, 16 touches.
Yeah. Did they won that game, right, where he scored bad, 301?
No, West Coast smashed him.
Oh, okay. Maybe that was the one. I was going to say, like, there might be a time when the ball's just not in the Freo back line, and that's when he scores poorly, but I guess not.
Let's have a look at what is Freo's run home? How often do we predict that that what's his face Clark is going to cop a tag for maybe a general defender? All right, so Fremantle, where are we? Where's Freo? There. So Freo have got the Dogs. No one will go to him from the Dogs.
No, dogs don't really tag.
Dogs don't tag. Gold Coast don't tag. Sydney, he'll cop James Jordan here for sure.
Yeah, I think so. Like, they could put him on Oliver, but we'll see how good Oliver is. If I was Sydney, I'd chuck him on Oliver.
Oliver?
Really? I mean Oliver at the moment. Oliver's tagging himself, but yeah, I'd put him on Oliver.
Are we not talking about Jordan Clark of Fremantle?
We are, but you said... Oh, no, sorry. My mistake. What am I saying? Forget about me.
I don't know what you're saying.
I thought you were talking about... My brain said Salem, and I'm like, oh, Salem, not Jordan Clark. Sorry, my mistake.
Yeah, no, we're talking Jordan Clark. So Clark got the Dogs. They don't tag. Gold Coast don't tag. James Jordan will tag Clark there for sure. Richmond don't tag, so he will be fine. Hawthorn, I don't know. I think McGuinness isn't getting any gigs. So
does Marlon Pickett tag?
Nah, Marlon Pickett won't tag Jordan Clark.
Oh, okay.
Melbourne, I don't think Melbourne tag. I don't think they're going to send Neil Bullen to Clark. I don't think they'll do that.
I reckon they would. I reckon they would.
West Coast don't tag. Essendon, we could send a Guelphy potentially to him. Geelong, would Geelong tag him? Who would Geelong send? Would they send O'Connor to tag a halfback? Probably not.
Yeah, I reckon.
You reckon?
Just tag him every time. Whatever the matchup is, just tag Jordan Clark.
The Giants are a tough matchup for halfbacks anyway already. And poor Adelaide are also pretty tough against halfbacks. So he might cop what? 1, 2, maybe 3 tags for the rest of the year. So I think Clark should be fine as a trade-in. He'll cop maybe 3 tags. But the thing is, Luke Ryan will cop 0 tags. Guaranteed. You can't tag that bastard.
Yeah. And he takes every kick out too. So here comes like a 60-point quarter just out of nowhere.
Exactly. G'day, I'm Brandon. How's it going? Teasing. Hello. Good evening to you. Locked and loaded for another cracker show. Go Pies. I had to read that for you. But I obviously don't believe in the Pies whatsoever, even though I have them finishing third on the ladder.
There you go.
G'day, Teasing. G'day, Jen. How's it going? Michael Caulfield. G'day, Michael. Cheese is in the house, and he's saying he's back in the car about you. His life is complete again.
Done. Joe?
Yes.
I wonder if you have something to say about this infographic that keeps popping up all over Twitter and Facebook about the opposition and their rankings that Essendon's won against this year. I don't know if Essendon's beat anyone that's been top 10 or above, Joe. Is this a problem?
The Giants were 7th when we beat them.
Yeah, but not anymore.
Yeah, because we knocked them off, and now they've lost their mojo.
Maybe. But do you guys have trouble against beating top tier teams?
Yeah, because I think everyone has troubles beating top tier teams. That's why they're top tier teams.
Maybe. I think there's some other ones who are atop of the ladder who are doing better, but okay, fair enough. I've just seen it around and be like, people are laughing at Essendon saying, cool, the ladder position's great, but you've not beaten anyone who's like in the top 8 or competing for finals this year. So wanted to get your thoughts on it.
I mean, we beat the Dogs. They're competing for finals, and up until last week, we beat the Giants. They're still competing for finals. Adelaide were competing for finals over there, not anymore.
Adelaide never going to make finals this year. Tex Walker's out. Adelaide falls to bits.
I don't think Tex Walker was out though when we played them. Tex Walker was playing.
Maybe you made Tex Walker there.
You know what I mean? Like all you can do is beat the teams that you have in front of you.
Yeah.
Have we been winning in convincing fashion? No, we haven't been winning in convincing fashion. That's because we ourselves are not a convincing team just yet. And I don't think, and no one expected us to be a convincing team this year. A lot of people tipped us to be bottom 6 this year. And so I guess part of the reason why we're getting so much attention is a bit of the surprise of the fact that we've managed to win a few more than initially anticipated. And
that's fair.
That's all it is. No one seriously believes that we are a contender this year. Not even we believe that we're a contender this year. We're just taking what we've got, and people like to tease Essendon. I mean, the whole, X number of days since our last finals win. Like, people love to shit on Essendon the same way people like to shit on Collingwood when they lose. The same way people like to shit on Carlton when they lose. Like, it's, there's a banter. It's banter, is all I'll have to say, I think.
That's fair.
Jake Sharp, how's it going, Jake? Wondering what's better, Clark and Dowling for McAuliffe and Klahisi, or Shees and Dowling for Jai Clark and Klahisi?
Oh, mate.
I wouldn't trade McAuliffe out. Don't trade McAuliffe out. The reason why you don't trade McAuliffe out is because... Huh? Not sure what happened there. Don't trade McAuliffe out. Dion Prestia is out again. So you'd reckon you'd expect hopefully that Kane McAuliffe gets a gig playing on the field rather than being a sub. So I reckon McAuliffe should be fine to hold on to for another week. Don't mind Dowling as your downgrade target. Could also be a Krueger. Could also be a Strawn, however you pronounce his name, the Adelaide Ruckman. So any of those guys could be decent downgrade targets. So I'd probably maybe go with Shees and Dowling, I think. The second option, I reckon, Jake Sharp. Boy Dot, guess who lost to Carlton and won to Adelaide? We did those things. We lost to Carlton and we beat Adelaide. So, yeah, I guess my guess is Essendon. Aero, the bye weeks have been good for watching footy because you can watch one game after another. Makes for a good Saturday and Sunday. It's true. It's true. I agree. Yeah, legend, bro. That's so sad, bro. It's so sad. I can't believe this warrior. He basically had a car crash on the field. The 4 broken ribs, lacerated spleen, punctured lung, and he still went out there and played the entire second quarter. Like, what a freak of nature. What a freak. He is absolutely your pride and joy, and rightfully so. Thoughts and prayers, legend. Thoughts and prayers. Michael, thoughts on Fife? Fife is old. Fife will continue to be managed. Fife is a good player with a good role, but at that price, do you want to bring him in? What is Fife? What's Fife worth these days? What's Fife's price point? Fife is 355,500 with a break-even of 49. Look, you could. If you really don't have any other upgrade options that you can afford, you could. Is it recommended? Probably not. Thursday, yes, all day. Agreed. I personally love the Thursday. Yes, Jen, agreed. I love it. Legend, can one of you buy me a North or Essendon membership for the rest of the season? Bro, your season's not cooked just yet, Legend. You've got a very good team, bro. You still have a very good team. Yes, you've lost probably the shining jewel of that team. But it just means that the other boys have to get to work. It just means that the other players can't be passengers. No passengers allowed. Everyone has to buy in. And you just got to have that next man up mentality. Pretty difficult, but still, I'd be more than happy to buy you an Essendon membership. Hit me up, bro. Velo, Thursday is okay. Okay, Velo, Thursday is okay. Much better than shitty Monday games, mate. Monday games. Look, as long as a Monday game gives us a public holiday, I don't mind. Thank you, King's birthday clash. Lincoln, Hands and G'day, Lincoln. Hi, champs. Hear me out. All right, I'm listening. Big O as VC over Zorko as Rucks versus QnA is the highest positive score. That's true. It is true. Rowan Marshmallow is a fraud, and I hate him. He's my nemesis, Rowan Marshmallow. He is that bad that even Big O could be a VC. But the more interesting thing is that you, Lincoln Hansen, have Oscar McInerney in your team? Seriously? How many people own Oscar McInerney? That's the more interesting thing. Oscar McInerney. What is this guy's ownership? He's selected in 1% of teams. 1,241 people have Big O. Lincoln Hansen, are you one of them?
I'm back.
Mate, he's back. But hey, did you see this, Jez? Look, Lincoln Hansen is calling out Oscar McInerney as a better VC. In my mind, I'm like, there's no way you own Oscar McInerney. And I come to here, and there's over 1,200 people who own Big O.
How many of those are in? Can you check it and see how many in like the top 10 or the top 1,000 that own Big O? Like,
I don't know. How do you do that?
I don't know. You can select. I think it's in the gold selection. So go back to McInerney, and I think there's a way to filter it by Supercoach Gold.
Top 10%, and then filter Oscar McInerney. He's in 0%. 6 people. Six people in the top 10%.
Well, there you go.
In the own Big O. Mate, that's amazing. Look, if you've got him, if you have Big O, there's no way you're in the and Lincoln, if you're one of those 6 people in the top 10%, mate, you could have big balls energy and just put the VC on Big O. You could do it.
Yeah. It'd be pretty funny.
Cheese. I don't know how to pronounce this name. Is it Strachan? Is it Strawn.
I always thought it was like Strawn, but should they call him like Strawny? You know, the fake character person. But yeah,
is that how it's spelled? Is that how Strawn is spelled?
Maybe. I think like maybe there's some letters that are silent. I don't know.
I feel like half the name is silent at that point. So he is better than Dowling and Krueger combined.
Probably.
He could be. If we just clear all of these filters, and I just go to summary. All right, let's spell out that name, whatever it is. He was subbed out at 3/4 time, was it? On a 66?
Half time, maybe?
Oh, was it half time?
I think so. Let me check.
Let's see his time on ground. His time on ground in that game, he had 57% TOG. So in the third quarter.
Yeah, third quarter. Would have 56. Just been like close to the start of the third quarter. 57%.
Against Nankervis. Nankervis is a good ruckman, so that's still a very decent score. He did hit the scoreboard, which obviously bolstered the points as well.
People were very happy.
They were very happy. I know, of course, the Squadfather was very happy as well. He had him at R3. Look, if you want to bring him in, you can. For me, I just think Krueger has the forward eligibility DPP that Strawn doesn't have.
Being able to move Krueger with like a Hutchinson, with a Livingston, being able to loop those two players is working out really well.
Correct. Jen, who should I trade in for track? I have Bont.
Okay. Is Bont out or something this week? Is that what people are saying? Like, I don't know. Someone on Twitter said, "Hey, like, I don't know."
Yeah, there was a tweet here from Mitch Cleary. I've got it here on the screen. A watch on Bulldogs captain Marcus Bontempelli. He's missed both Monday and Wednesday sessions due to illness.
He'll be fine.
And was forced to train away from teammates. Will be named and still likely to play, but it's been a frustrating week.
But you know another tweet that's come out from Adam Kingsley, Joe.
Oh, yeah?
Something that we'll both like. If you go to aflratings.com.au on Twitter.
aflratings.com.au.
Oh, yeah, on Twitter. No, on Twitter. Yep. AFL Ratings.
Oh, whose phone is not on silent?
Oh, that's me.
AFL Ratings.
Yep.
All right, let's click on it.
There's a nice... so Nazai is not playing this week.
No Naz.
Yep. And then look at that one.
Yes! Give him the ball! Give him the ball, Kingsley! Finally! We're finally going up. This fraud of a player, the Burn Man, is finally going to get the ball more. Come on. Come on, Kingsley.
Hopefully it works out well for him.
Come on, Kingsley. I love things you love to see.
Yep.
Oh, no Tex? Yeah, nah. Adelaide are screwed against the Swans.
Right, Adelaide
are gone. But yeah, who should you trade in for track is the question. Okay. What does Petracca cost these days? Petracca, 519K. Probably ideally someone who's come off the bye who is going to have a great run home. Who has a great run home as an inside mid? Let's have a look. Inside mids. We want a lot of green matchups. Who has a lot of green matchups? 1, 1, 3. So Carlton, but they're on the bye this week. 4 for Collingwood. Essendon have 2. Probably not. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a few neutral ones. So a Fremantle mid could be fine. Like a Sarong, for example, if you don't own him. Who else is there? Only
LDU.
LDU. I didn't want to say it.
LDU.
Bro, You were shitting all over me for that selection last week.
Yeah, I know. But
you were shitting all over me for LDU last week.
He does. That's all I'm saying.
The Hawks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 green matchups for the Hawks. So if you like Day, I know I like Day.
Yeah, I like Day too. He's just got to buy next week. He sucks.
That's the only problem. Who else? Melbourne. Gee, Melbourne have got an okay 5 green matchups as well. Oh no, that's Hawthorn. Sorry, Melbourne are tough. 3, 4 greens and a bad. Who's this? St Kilda. Yeah, don't trade in Steel. Only 2 green matchups at West Coast. Yeah, just go LDU. Go North. Go LDU. Look at this run home. Carlton, Geelong, Richmond, West Coast, Bulldogs, Hawthorn. Go LDU, baby. Velo, did you guys see the All-Australian mid-season squad? There are some interesting players in there and some strange non-selections. Oh, wait. Jen, do you already own these players? So you have Bont, Sarong, Butters, Green, Merritt, and Rao. Okay, so you already own Sarong. Go LDU, Jen, I think. He's got a good run home. How do we pull up this All-Australian? Is it on the AFL website? This mid-season, I don't know if you can. I don't know. Can people post the link in the comments directly to it, or a link's not allowed to work? All-Australian team 2024. See if mid-season. That was 8 days ago, though, wasn't it? Mid-season, June 4th. Yeah, that was a while ago. Are you talking about maybe the contenders? Are you talking about this potentially, Velo? Every club's contenders and locks halfway through the season?
Yeah, I think that's what it was. That's what I saw during the week.
Adelaide. Rankin considered a lock despite his 3-week hamstring injury. You can't consider him a lock if he's out for 3 weeks. Captain Jordan Dawson is a watch. Sure. Zorko is a lock. Okay. Lockie Neal. Yeah, Lockie Neal for sure should be a watch. Harris Andrews. Yeah, he can be on a watch list. An airport watch list. No, I'm just joking. Carlton. Harry Mackay. Yeah. Harry Mackay or Charlie Curnow? They're both pretty much locks, those guys. Newman. Put him on the watch. Interesting. Patrick Cripps on the watch list. I reckon DeConning should be on the watch list, shouldn't he?
I think so, but he has had I don't know if it's as many good games in a row as probably what they need.
Oh, Freddie Supercoach. SCN on Instagram posted it. Is there a way to see it easier?
Maybe it's on the SCN website. You just Google SCN. Will come up.
I think that might just be Brad Johnson's rolling All-Australian side that he does on SCN. Is this is not what you mean, is it? Surely not. This is just what Brad Johnson has to say. I don't think this is an official rolling. I mean, this is the SCN on Insta posts. Just that last one there from Brad Johnson. That's the team of the week. Yeah, I don't see it here. That's all right. We'll move on. For now. Hi, gents. Love the stream. G'day, Frankie. Track and Biggie to Goulden and Krueger.
I like it. Make it happen. I don't think Biggie's coming back, so make it happen if you can.
Aero, I went to a night with Dane Swan, DeGoey, and Bo McCreary the other week. DeGoey's new nickname for Mason Cox's noodle because of when. Oh,
there you go. That's a bit rough.
Look, he can do it. They're teammates, but holy crap, that's
Yeah.
That's pretty brutal. That's pretty brutal.
It's a bit rough.
Michael, sounds like the dopamine hit is still flowing after North Melbourne's big win.
Yeah, man, we got to do something. Tell you what. Very happy.
Yeah, happy Thursday to you too, Charles. Daniel, Will Dawson, what a pain. What do we think of Klahisi, Wilson, and Moyle to Houston, Grundy, and Krueger?
Houston, Grundy,
I like Grundy.
Krueger.
Grundy is very good. Grundy,
Yes.
I think, is a great trade-in this week. Houston has a really high break-even, is the thing. If we go to Houston, I think it's like a 157.
Yeah.
It is 157. Yeah, he has a really high break-even. So do you want to go with him, or would you rather Jordan Clark for comparable money? I think Jordan Clark's probably better than Dan Houston, personally, if you had to pick between the two of them. But otherwise, I like Grundy and Krueger. Very nice. Joe, where is your round 13 review? Are you working too much? I am working a lot, fellow. Between this and work and Fancast, it's a lot of work, mate. And I sort of did it in the live stream. I sort of did it on the live stream on Monday as well. Like I sort of, and that's why both of us thought that we had done it, because we literally did it live on the live stream that I moved up to exactly 18,000 rank. Remember? So it literally, I basically did it
18,000 on the dot.
Yeah, exactly, 18,000 on the dot, and my trades for this week, that I are exactly basically what I had said on the stream. Biggie, Rogers, I'm going to trade out Sexton. I know I probably can wait a week on him, but I don't have the time or the money in order to get this team upgraded ASAP. I'm going to get Dylan Moore. He's got a great run home, great couple of weeks to come. I know he has a bye, but I'm pretty comfortable in this bye round. I've gone for Krueger, and I'm getting actually Showmaker in the team. I'm getting Showmaker early because he's going to play this week. He's going to play off halfback. That's all he plays. He's had some really good numbers in the VFL. I wonder if I can pull it up here. Can I pull him up here? Yes, I can.
Yeah.
He's had some really good numbers in the VFL, and I think he's going to slot into that halfback role. And when he does, look at that. In the VFL, 33 touches, 13 marks, 16 touches a mark, 32 touches,
player.
27
St. Kilda
touches.
Were very lucky to get him at the. St. Kilda were very lucky to get him at the position that he was in.
For sure.
I mean, obviously,
27 touches, 6 marks. 26 touches and 6 marks. So he's absolutely killing it at VFL level. So I honestly think that he'll come in, play halfback where he's been training and playing all in the preseason and the VFL, and I think that means that he should have decent scoring. Plus, I am getting an extra defender just in case Nick Dacos doesn't play this week. There's no real reason for them to play him against North Melbourne. No disrespect to North, but you guys are coming off almost like a grand final win, having beaten West Coast over there. You're going to be up and about. It's very likely that the reigning premiers could beat you pretty well, and so there's no real reason to risk Dacos before the bye. Could give him a nice break, and so I'm thinking having the extra defender just in case Dacos doesn't play goes a long way. So those are my trades this week. Leaves me still with 2 players to trade in. I only have 6 trades left, which is obviously very precarious of a situation. But I'm hoping that what I'll do is Fisher to come forward, and I have McKercher as a D6, as a cheap D6, and then I get someone cheap as an F6, maybe someone like a Jai Caldwell, or maybe I can just afford a Rankin after his bye, or maybe even a Mackay with that really good run home. And so I end up with a cheap D6 and a cheap F6. But hey, beggars can't be choosers. It's been a very difficult season. I got to keep at least a couple of trades left for any injuries for the rest of the season. 10 weeks is a long time to only be carrying 2 trades. So I have to sacrifice, and unfortunately, the rank is going to be reflective of that. So that's my team review. I basically covered that in the live stream on Monday, and now I've just done it again. So there you go. There you go.
Next week, standalone. No.
Potentially.
Yeah. What's up, Sean?
I love it. Don't think, do. Well,
there you go.
SDS, mate. He didn't think a lot when he put that chewing gum in that mouth. Yeah. Yes, Adamo. Yes. Hence why he's here, baby. We've got Ari. You're
gonna make me want to change all my trades, Joe. I tell you what,
mate. That's not my job. My job is just to give people an idea, open up their mind, potentially consider some things, and they can make their decision.
This is very true.
Jeez, is there any filthy and dirty, disgusting, degenerate players you've been weighing up to bring in, boys?
Not really. Just
filthy, dirty, disgusting. Mate, all that just describes this guy to a T. Filthy, dirty, disgusting, degenerate. That's just Luke Ryan. All of them combined. Doesn't even come
He's
close.
Not that bad.
He is.
People just upset they don't have him. Start Luke Ryan whenever you can. From now on, every season until he retires, and you'll be a happy person. You won't have to trade in like 650K, and you'll be a happy chappy.
Fair enough. Well, let's hope he goes to McCluggage. No one cares about him. No, he's not going to tag McCluggage. Are you kidding me? He's going straight to Neil, guaranteed.
Straight to Neil.
Velo, who do you prefer? I prefer Clark, personally. Sam, if Pitto isn't named next week, is it viable to go English to De Koning for the extra player in round 15 and free up some cash to finish the team?
If that's the way that you want to do it, I don't have trouble with it. It really just depends on what De Koning's run is. I don't think Pitnet will come in and take away his spot. That makes sense. But yeah, it's an interesting one. Right now, I think we don't bring in players that have a bye, obviously, because they're going to miss an extra game worth of scoring. But if you want to trade out someone who's round 15, mate, go ahead for it. There's no issues there.
All right. The thing is, just because Pitto isn't named next week doesn't mean that he's not going to be named the week after, or the week after that, or the week after that.
If he's doing really well, if TDK is doing well, and they don't need they don't want to mess things up, right? Why would you bring in the player? You keep him. You say, cool, we can have Pitnet as sub. We can have him as coverage. But if our team's doing so well without him in there, you don't change things up.
Well, the thing is, they still can win with Pitnet in the team. Their scoring from stoppages and their clearances do better when they play both Pitnet and De Koning in the team. So it's not like they are objectively worse when they're playing both. They perform a bit differently. They start to score better from stoppage, which as things start to get more heated against tougher opposition, as we get closer to finals, it becomes more contested in nature, then maybe they do want Pitto in the team. So it's not like they're instantly worse with Pitto in the set. So that's why it's not easy. That's why it's not obvious. And when you compare the scoring, it's big. It's a massive drop-off between sharing and when he's alone. So when he's alone, all right. So when he's got over 50% CBAs, he's averaging 113, right? That's a lot. But what happens when he's under 50% and he's sharing? He's averaging 75.8, and that gets stuck in your ruck line. And you would rather Rowan Marshmallow. You would rather roll freaking Marshmallow over that. So, yeah. As long as there's uncertainty about Pitto, if he's going to come back, I personally don't think he should come back. I definitely think De Koning alone as the standalone ruck is better for Carlton's chances. But I'm not Voss. I'm not the coaching group. at Carlton. So I don't make those calls.
Joe, you're not the coaching group at Carlton?
I'm not the coach.
I didn't know this.
There you go. You learn something new every day. All right. Tomorrow's game, nothing for Brisbane. Shoemaker comes in. Cordy, Jones, Sharman. Membry's been dropped.
And Shoemaker's named on field as well.
Oh, let's go.
It'll be a good downgrade target in a couple of weeks, I think. It'll be great.
Yeah. Look, Membry definitely, finally, about time that he's been dropped. The guy's been washed. He's hopeless. Get rid of him. Naz, as reported, he's out. Webster's injured. Dougal Howard injured. But yeah, the most important thing here is Ari Shoemaker. Get around him. Very exciting. I love it.
Bad for 117K.
Not bad at all. Tip. I'm going Brisbane.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, all right. So Brisbane's the tip. We then move to the doggies and Freo. Ed Richards. No! McNeil! He's been dropped.
Garcia's the big one as well.
Garcia's dropped. Cody Waitman is back? How is Cody Waitman back already?
I didn't realize he would. What was his injury prognosis supposed to be?
I thought he was out for longer. I swear last week it had multiple weeks.
Maybe they were just lucky.
Piss off. I traded in Wait with McNeil because I saw Waitman was out for weeks. Oh, stuff you. Bevo, you're a liar. A liar and a thief. I don't know why you're a thief, but I've just added in there for good measure. Yeah, Riley Garcia, that hurts a lot of people. McNeil hurts me. Ed Richards is back. So a defender is out in Keith. A small forward, McNeil gets replaced by Waitman.
Yeah.
Riley Garcia probably replaced by Scott. Is this Keith out, meaning Richards goes to half back?
No, because Keith plays key defender. So it just means Buku Kamas goes to the back line.
So Buku Kamas goes to the back line?
I think he played forward last week, maybe.
Yeah, he did play forward. He was a sub and played forward, I think.
There you go.
When he came on. Wagner dropped for Matthew Johnson. Big in for Freo. He's an important player for them, Matthew Johnson.
Wagner.
Yeah, I'm tipping Freo for this one.
Josh Draper was one that has ended up surviving a bit longer than I think he would have.
Yeah, I'm tipping Freo for this one.
Yeah, no, I like Freo.
You tipping Freo as well?
I'm just putting my tips in.
Fair enough. Yeah, it sucks. McNeil's an emergency, so he won't be the sub. Oh, Richmond in Dusty's 300th. Samson Ryan out. Dion Prestia out. Tom Lynch. Dusty Martin.
Lynch is back. Oi.
Lynch is back just for Dusty. Lloyd Meek is in. Nick Watson is in. Reeves is injured. And Seamus Mitchell has been dropped.
Yep.
In order to make room for the Wizard. Kane McAuliffe. Please don't be the sub again, brother. You can do well. I believe in you. I'm tipping Richmond.
Because it's Dusty's 300th?
Correct.
Oh, okay. All right. I'll do the same then.
Surely the Hawks don't ruin the party. Surely. They read the script.
All of the tipsters, like 3 out of 4, 75% tipsters have Hawks winning. Now, I understand, and I'm going to pick Richmond because. But, yeah, like everyone's picked Hawthorn.
Come on. You got to do it for Dusty. Like, hearts goes a long way to winning games. Like,
well, that's why we picked them,
matter.
Right? That's why we picked Richmond. But on paper, Hawthorn's won the last 3 games, and they're playing like number 17th on the ladder. I think Richmond are now. So, like, yeah,
no, 16. West Coast
16.
is it? I don't know. I don't remember. I'm not entirely sure. I don't remember. All right, Adelaide v Swans. Rankin in.
Yeah.
Braden Cook in.
Which sucks.
Nick Murray in.
Because Rankin's got a low break even, and I was hoping to get him in after the bye, but Let's hope he doesn't demolish them. 57
Yeah.
break even. He probably goes up 30k, so it's not the end of the world, but it's not great.
So Dawson played with a sore toe. Rory Laird's going to play with a sore knee.
With a sore knee.
Adelaide are cooked. Adelaide
Look,
are freaking cooked. I'm going the Swans for sure.
I would have picked Sydney anyway because they're number one on the ladder. Like, it's hard to go past the team that's won every game bar one. I don't think Adelaide without a forward line is really going to do much to them. Let's be honest.
Get on Grundy, mate. Get on Grundy. Grundy's loving life. He's up against Strawn. Just get around Grundy, mate. Chuck the VC on him if you haven't. All right. Sunday game. So this is extended bench.
Yep.
Riley Hardiman, Will Phillips, Charlie Lazaro, Bryn Tackle. Obviously, Bryn Tackle's new. Any of these guys on field?
No.
Bryn Tackle here.
Phillips, Lazaro,
Hardiman here.
Yeah.
Phillips there. Lazaro. Yeah. So none of them on field. None of them are confirmed.
Yeah.
Ed Allen unlikely Giath plays. Unlikely. Yeah, he's here. Reef McInnes is here, and Edward Allen is here. Yeah, I think Collingwood might go in just unchanged. Yeah, unless they decide to not name Dacos, then I think they'll go unchanged.
Well, I mean, Dacos is named on field as a follower, so we don't need to worry about that too much. Yeah, I'm not sure if any of them. Some people are talking about a few of the North Melbourne players, and maybe they don't make it, maybe they do. I would love to see Teakle play just as like that second ruck forward. Toby Pink's been okay, but he doesn't have the height, which is probably the big thing for me. But it's hard to kick out the team and hard to kick out the players that actually won the game last week. So I could totally see. This is my prediction. Maybe Corey's in the chat, but this is my prediction. Steve-O, Shields, Archer, Ford as the four guys on field, and then Lazaro as the bench. That's my there. But I wonder if the club's feeling a little bit of pressure with Will Phillips basically coming out and saying, hey, I'm leaving at the end of the year. So maybe they'll try and play him for a few more games and boost up that trade value if they can.
Yeah, exactly. And
picking Collingwood.
Collingwood wins this game, yeah? Collingwood wins this game.
That's what I've got.
Yeah. All right, then we go to Giants. Max Grozowski. That would be an interesting selection. No Burton! Yes! Thank God! That's one less person to take away the ball from Dan Houston.
We'll see.
One less person.
Kane Farrell's still playing, Joe.
He can get in the bin. At least Burton is out. Finally, one less person to eat into Dan Houston. What is Burton's injury? Please tell me. I'm not going to finish that sentence. What has he got? He's not on the injury list. What happened to Burton? I don't mind that. But still. Back Buckley, Big In, Josh Kelly. Any of these guys on field? Buckley, Kelly, Grozowski. No.
Well, I think Kelly plays. If I look at that interchange, it's probably Peatling. Like Peatling, Cadman, Josh Kelly, and then I would probably play Buckley. And then have O'Halloran as the sub. Like, that would probably be my thing. That would be my thing. Like a good mix of a midfielder, a forward, a ruckman, and then Josh Kelly. Like, yeah.
Fair enough. Rosie back in the side. He's on field. All right, so Rosie's confirmed to be playing. Ollie Lord, he's on field, so he's confirmed to be playing. Williams, Lorenz, Vizentini, and
they can move the team sheets around.
No, but if your name on the field, it means you're not extended. It means you're playing.
Well, they have changed players around from being on field to.
I'm going Giants in this one.
Giants at home versus Port Adelaide. It's a real tough one.
The Giants have let me down 3 weeks in a row. I'm going to stick with them.
There's some good reasoning there, Joe. They've let me down, so now I'm going to keep with them. Who would you pick? Cat, who do we pick? We pick
that always lets you
Adelaide, or do we
down.
pick the Giants? Which team do we like? Chat, let me know.
I'm just going Giants, man. I don't know. Giants at home. Port are weird. Hard to get a read on them. Giants are also a little bit weird. I don't know. I just see Tom Green having a strong bounce back game this week. Kelly comes in, helps out Green in the midfield. And
why is Zach Butters named at full forward?
Because he's a full forward.
Oh, clearly. All right, I'll pick Giants. They need to have a win. Giants it is. The tipsters say Giants are going to win. So.
Do they? Do they now?
Yep.
Jade, but our tipsters in the chat are saying Port.
Yeah, that's true too.
Gents, look at Sarong's history against the Dogs. Not a bad shout for C. Oh,
yeah. Well, that's the thing. I'm going to go with Zorko vice captain, and then we'll go from there. Really, St Kilda gives up so many points to halfbacks.
Ooh, that's a very nice last three. 130, 138, 140.
Yeah. He's a good player, yeah.
Ooh, very nice. Yeah, not a bad shout out for the C there, Charles. I agree. Damn, selling my boy in against the Saints for a quick crash grab and trade at his buy, but god damn, he's been too good.
Yep, and that's the problem. I mean, it's not much of a problem because it's bloody fantastic, but Salem's doing very, very well. Yep. 320K, a lot of people brought him in. Yeah,
he's been doing very, very well. Very, very well. Can we add Dawson and Reed too to the memorial? Yeah, sure. Why not, Shawnee? No, all right. Yeah, Will Dawson and Zach Reed have been added to the memorial, lest we forget. Absolutely not. Salem can stay at halfback, and Rivers can get Petracca CBAs. Have been wanting Rivers in there for a while. I agree. Our midfield needs speed and pace because it's just too slow at the moment.
Yeah.
I can see Salem and Neil Bullen sharing the Petracca role. Neil Bullen, yes, I think. Neil Bullen's got some wheels on him. He was able to run with and keep track of Dacos, which is obviously no mean feat. Very impressive. So Neil Bullen, I think, could play almost like that Sam Switkowski type of player from Freo. I think Sam has been having a bit more time around the ball, if I recall.
Maybe trying to be a bit like Apley.
Yeah, like 21%. Like he features in some CBAs, 19, 17, 23. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's not a bulk CBA, but he has rotations in there just to add some speed on the ball. So, yeah, I can see it. I can see Neil Bullen for sure. No, Salem been playing around the ball and halfback. Have you seen him play last few weeks? Playing great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fisher or Rankin this week?
It all comes down to break even for me because I think you need both. So,
where's Fish?
Like Fisher obviously doesn't play next week, so you could get him the week after. North Melbourne, Fisher versus Collingwood. What's DHS say, Joe? What's DFS say?
I was going to say Department of Human Services.
Yeah, DHS humans, mate. Don't you know humans?
Yeah, we love the humans. I'm sick of humans. DHS. I love it. All right. Last five. Let's have a look at the last five. All right. Collingwood. Against who? Halfbacks? Pretty good.
Yeah. Okay, so Fisher will do well. That's what we think. And then who's Adelaide playing?
Swans.
So how does Swans do against kind of his type of player?
Well, he's playing midfield. He's playing mid forward. So yeah.
Swans win. So pick Fisher.
I love it. Clark may cop the Jordan tag in a few weeks.
Yeah, he probably will.
He could. He will. He probably should. But at the same time, when he's not getting tagged, he's still scoring very well. Joshua. Interesting way to spell Joshua. Very interesting. I like it. Happy Friday Eve, boys. Have I missed the boat on? Yes.
Yes. Yeah, don't get Breville. It's a bit late.
He was 102K.
Yeah.
He's now at
245.
245.
Don't get Breville in. He's got a break even of 10. What a joke. This guy has been fantastic. Like him versus Sullivan. I know which one I would be very, very happy with having in my team.
Breville, the sandwich press, let him cook.
I should have got him and not Sullivan. I think I would have been much happier. But we move on. This is it.
Joshua followed by Josh without the wah. Looking a bit into the future. Thoughts on Yo after his buy or off his buy? And how many trades are you willing to leave?
Amount of trades, probably have 4 is a good number. I'm a little bit worried because I have Sullivan and Harrison as emergencies this week. You've obviously got Breville named. See, I was speaking to Joe before, and as long as you've got enough trades to actually cover injuries, I'm more than happy if you guys want to come in and say stuff 23rd numbers. Make sure you've got the best 22 that you can have. Because from now until the end of the season, you might have no outs. From now till the end of the season, you could have 2 outs, and you can just straight swap those players. Like, it's something to be said about making sure you've got the best team you can have on field.
Yeah. I'm looking at Yo's fixture. He's got the Bombers at Marvel. He could do well. Hawks, he should do well. Melbourne should do well. Brisbane could cop Berry. St Kilda could cop Winhager. Fremantle probably matched up on Hayden Young. Gold Coast don't tag. North don't tag in the mids. Carlton and then Geelong. So look, he's got probably 1 tag, 2 tags, 3 tags. He's got 3 tags to come. So maybe he should be all right. But at that age, I worry how he's going to run out the season. He hasn't played a full season ever in his career, basically. So, look, I probably wouldn't go with Elliot Yo.
No. It's a bit too late. Like, I think he'll be okay. Potentially, he's some good cover from now on. But, yeah, it's that injury history, man. Like, one sneeze, he takes a couple of weeks off, and then that's it, really.
Talia Beaver, A. 3 trades left with 5 full defenders, 6 full mids, 5 full forwards, with Zach Williams and McKercher Loop at D6, fake premiums Walsh and Rowell M7 and 8, and Loop Joe Richards and Fraser at F6, or 6 full defensive premiums, 5 full mid premiums with fake premiums and Walsh, Steele, and Rowell, and 6 forward premiums with 4 trades left, but only Graham and Fraser to cover D7, M9, F7.
I think having better players on field is better. So
having better players on field, correct.
Yeah.
Have the one with more better players on field, Tally. Yes, Big J. We suck at winning against teams that matter. It's awful.
Whatever.
Sounds like a jealousy issue, Big J, about
sounds like a you problem. Sounds like a you guys problem.
Nah, I mean, what people are talking about? Oh, Essendon can't beat big boys, mate. That sounds a bit like jealousy. I don't care.
Well, I mean, like as you say, Joe, you can only play who you can play. So if you never played Brisbane, then you can't win against them, right? It's just what happens.
And you can't lose to them either.
You can't lose to them either.
Exactly. No, not confirmed, Adamo. He's named. Yeah. He's been named. It's crazy what fitness can do for a player like Petracca, that he can play through 4 broken ribs, a punctured lung, and a lacerated spleen. He is an absolute warrior. He is a modern day gladiator, Christian Petracca. Nothing but immense respect. But at the same time, brother, Just get off the field. Don't make it worse for yourself. Come on, man.
Now he can keep up with his
Cooking
show.
Exactly. Prayers for Sandal Holy Joe. Yes, correct. Another one. Commiserations to us Bombers fans. Just as he was best on ground in the VFL, absolutely dominating, 4 goals, 28 disposals.
Yep.
You just can't predict this crap.
It sucks,
honestly.
man.
It sucks.
It really sucks. Like, yeah, it's not great. But what can you do?
Maltesing. Now that the D season seems over, it's good for the economy. Their supporters can return to the ski resorts.
Yeah, man. It's like the first week off. The first September off. These guys have had in the last 5 years. It's not too bad,
mate. Just in time for ski season, Maltesing. Just in time. The snow started to fall. Michael, Mitch Cleary said Nazaya out for family reasons. There you go.
Yep.
What else is there? Interesting article in the WA papers yesterday regarding Fife. Oh, what'd they say? The only way we have a chance is Oliver returns to his prime in 2021 and just dominates.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Can you go to most traded in and out, not in your teams, just in general? Would it be in players?
At the bottom. Don't you go back to the main page and it's at the bottom?
But isn't that only in my team, though?
Yeah, but didn't you say that? Oh,
no, he says not in your team.
Sorry. I'm not sure how we do that.
Coach's choice? All coaches? Round ownership change. Most traded out. Petracca, Klahisi, Darcy Wilson, Will Graham, Jordan Sweet, yeah. But Tuke Miller and Tom Stewart and Clayton Oliver. People have had enough. But yeah, Petracca leading the way. And then most traded in Billy Dowling, Krueger, Errol, classic point chasing, Zach Fisher, Luke Ryan, Lockie Neal. 2.3% of people traded him in just to cop the Marcus Winhager tag. Feels bad. Sarong, Clark. So these premiums, I assume they're able to be traded in because of trading out Petracca.
Yeah.
Oh, and him as well. Velo, the name Strawn is spelt that way. Town in Tasmania, Strawn, said the same way. Both sound like Strawn.
There you go.
Strawn. It's just bizarre why Strachan is pronounced Strawn. That just to me is a bit bizarre to me. Jonas, g'day Jonas. Hey legends, any news on the Lizard? Subbed off last week and need a cheap defender. Don't know if I could stomach Whitfield. Hey, speaking of Whitfield, bro, did you not see this? Jonas, rejoice. Kingsley said, we've probably got to get him the ball a little more often. More disposals for Whitfield. Let's go. Yeah. Pray, Jonas. Pray. Yes, Day is a very good midfielder. I agree. Ben, can only get one of Fisher and Rankin. It's probably Fisher.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I would pick Rankin, but I think he's got a worse injury history now than Fisher does. So, yeah.
Exactly. Gents, I'm seriously considering to trade out Jordan Dawson for Goulden. Crows are a worry.
Yep, and I don't know which one of them is going to cop a James Jordan tag, but it could be Rankin this week. He'd be the one that I go after, to be honest.
Yes.
If I was Sydney, be like, take out the dominant player. You really have to be convinced that Jordan Dawson is going to be safe for the rest of the season. I mean, he might be. He might be 100%, but yeah, just something to watch out for, really.
Well, I honestly think Rankin should cop it because Rankin is smaller than Dawson, so probably a better size matchup for Jordan. Jordan's also a really good runner, so he can match. And then I guess it depends if Rankin's going to be playing more midfield. If Rankin's playing around the midfield, then he's the one who's going to cop the tag. But if he's not, then maybe Dawson or Saligo cops it. Most likely Dawson, who's more important. So I don't even know what's going to happen, Charles. Adelaide is a worry. I agree with you. Does that mean that their players are a worry, like their premiums? It can be easy to conflate how the team is doing as a whole, and then sort of trade out their players. You don't necessarily have to be a winning team in order to have good Supercoach players. You just look at North Melbourne; they've won one game, but how many of us have LDU, Fisher, Sheasel? You know what I mean? Like, just because their team's doing bad doesn't necessarily mean that you have to trade out their players.
Yeah.
Hoops.
Well, I mean, like every team's got positions that, just in Supercoach land actually make a bit of sense. Like if you've got a strong team, you pick the midfield players. If you've got a crappy team, you pick the defenders because the balls are going to be in those positions. So, yeah.
Yep, for sure. Hoops here saying, boys, got to say, loving the Supercoach group chat. A lot of help from great players and just a good community. Nice update, Supercoach, for the centre bounce group. It's, this whole activity section here, so good to be able to have people communicating and talking with each other. And, it's amazing that you guys are talking with each other, building up this incredible community. You're all wonderful. There's no negativity. There's no people being smartasses with each other.
That's
just
pretty cool. I didn't actually know that was a thing.
It's all just helping each other out, which is absolutely amazing. Much love and kudos to all of you people for being absolute superstars, for watching us here, for jumping on the league chat and helping each other out. You guys genuinely make this place so good. So again, massive shout out to all of you guys. I'm still going to shit on you over the LDU pick, even if he goes 150 from here till the end of the season.
There you go. Let the hate flow through, As
I love you, Cheese. I love you, Cheese. Jay, hey lads, trading Klahisi and Miller over Oliver for Errol and Dowling. Also thinking about trading Stewart for Sinclair, but have a feeling he will be tagged less now and will bounce back. Will Sinclair be tagged less?
Thinking about trading Stewart for Sinclair. Are you saying Sinclair will get tagged less and that's why you're going to get him in? Or worried about Stewart rebounding from poor scoring?
So St Kilda. So he won't be tagged against Brisbane. Port are a tough matchup. Swans, he could cop James Jordan.
Yep.
Adelaide should be okay. West Coast should be okay. Essendon, he could cop Guelphy. Brisbane, he should be okay because he's playing off halfback at that point. Richmond will be great. Geelong, maybe O'Connor. And Carlton could be okay. Look, the benefit to Sinclair is that he has a nice Marvel Stadium run. That's the benefit to Sinclair. Is he going to be?
We wanted to die as well.
Yeah. Look, Stewart can be traded out because Stewart just doesn't look right. But is it for Sinclair? Is he the one? Is Sinclair the one? What is Sinclair's price? Sinclair is $553. Why not go Jordan Clark for $27K more if you can do it? Or Houston, if you don't have him, $566. I don't know why anyone would pick a player from North. They've won one game. Fair enough.
I mean, best players got to play somewhere, right? You've got a team full of players. It's not like we don't win any balls.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, on Instagram posted names that were on discussion.
Oh, that's fine.
Okay.
Let's go to the next
G'day, Kai. How's it going? If you haven't already, sub to Kai, guys. Welp, that sucks that I have probably burned 40 points because of Nazaya, but family before football. Absolutely.
That's it.
Absolutely. There's more to life than footy. All right, Vela, I'll try pulling that up now. Why does Warner feel like a trap?
Because it's kind of come out of nowhere, and he's the most influential person in that Sydney team. So you would think that a young guy is going to get the attention. That's the big thing. All it will take is one good play to go on him. Then it kind of hurts quite a lot. I haven't picked Warner. I think inside mids get tagged a lot better. Yes, he's very, very good. There's no doubt. He's a really good player. But you just have to kind of be a bit careful about it. So if you go through all of the teams, it's actually got all of the teams there.
Yeah, so this is players discussed in mid-year selection meeting. Dawson Rankin, yep, that's fine. Don't really think there's anyone else from Adelaide really relevant. Andrews, Neil, Zorko. Dunkley just keeps flying under the radar, Dunks. Cripps, Kerno, Mackay, yeah, and Nick Newman is an interesting one. I would definitely have Wiedering ahead of Newman if we're talking defenders. Yeah. Wiedering is one of the best.
He missed some game time, right, Wiedering, or not?
He did.
Yeah, that's
but
why.
I mean, my check has missed some games as well, and yet he's in this consideration.
Yeah, Collingwood bias.
But I would definitely have Wiedering ahead of Nick Newman if we're talking defenders. Cameron, he's been doing well. Josh Dacos on a wing. Nick Dacos, of course. Pendles. Look, he's had a great season.
Pendles has missed half. He's missed a bunch of games, though.
I mean, Pendles is Pendles, bro. He ages like fine wine. Does, yep, for sure. Langford, he started off hot. He's had a bad last couple of weeks, so I'm not sure he makes it. Nick Martin. I'm surprised people keep raving about him. His use of halfback has been trash. His best is when he's playing wing half forward. Every time we put him wing half forward, and he just dominates and changes the game. Him off halfback, I don't know what these All-Australian, what these guys are talking, what they're smoking. I don't agree with this. McGrath's been much better in the back line. Mackay's been a big improvement on BZT. The captain, of course, captain inspirational. Stringer started off hot again, like Langford, last couple of weeks, just caca. Jackson? Really? Nah. Don't have
his
Jackson.
First few games are good, but outside of that, it's not been great.
Pearce, I agree. Luke Ryan, the degenerate, fine. Sarong, of course. Young's been good. Yeah, all right. I agree with that. I don't like Jackson. Jezza Cameron, hasn't he missed games this year, Jezza?
Yeah.
Okay. Max Holmes, yes, absolutely. Get on board. Brian Myers, yep, I like it. Stengel, yep. Tom Stewart, really? Tom Stewart in consideration. Interesting. Anderson, yeah, Mac Andrews been wonderful. Yep, he gets in. Flanders has been great. King been good. Matt Rowell a little bit inconsistent, but
yeah,
he's got potential to make it. Ash, Shaw, Green. Look, he had a really slow start to the year, but I think he's building into it now, Toby. Why is Tom Green in here? He's been shit. Jesse Hogan,
yeah, names, sure. Right? Like a lot of these players are just getting picked off what their names are like.
Kelly's missed like 5 games. How is he in here? What the heck? Taylor, Shaw, Whitfield. Mate, you tag Whitfield and the whole team just falls apart. All right, fine. I guess in terms of importance to the team, I can understand that. But for a team that's not even in the 8, they've got 6 people. Hardwick, sure. Dylan Moore, yes. Newcomb, yes. Sicily, yes. Will Day hasn't played enough. Will Day, I think, has played the same amount as Josh Kelly. If Josh Kelly is in here, then Day has to be in here as well. That's disrespectful. Will Day has to be in here, I
Yeah.
think.
Well, that's it. Like, oh no, he's missed out on a few games. Like, that's a big reason why it's not there.
Yeah, no,
Ugh.
I don't agree with that. Fritsch, he's all right, fine. Maxi, of course, lock him in. Stephen May, yeah, sure. Petracca, yep. But he can't make it now, unfortunately, given he's going to miss the rest of the season. So that's okay. Don't mind those. Sherry, absolutely. Well done. Deserved.
It needs some more North Melbourne players, though, Joe. I want some Harry Sheasel in there.
Yeah, no,
Sheasel would
Shees.
be fantastic.
Yeah, Shees is a surprise. Why he's not in there? Why is Rosie in there?
Because they're dumb.
Why is Rosie ahead of Shees? This is weird. Houston hasn't done enough. He's been good, but has he been all Australian good? I don't think so. Orn Francis, yes, he's been good. Butters, yes, he's been good. Wow, only Voston. All right. Yeah, sure. He's been very good. I'll give him that. Noah Bolt has been really important for them as well.
But there's a difference between being important and actually being in all Australian contention, right?
True.
Like, I don't know what Bolter's stats are like, but it's not.
Brad Hill. Yeah, he can go on the other wing. Marshmallow. Really? The Marshmallow gets in there? Get out of here. What a fraud. Cal Wilkie, yes, that's fine. No Steele is surprising to me.
Yeah. I don't think he's been that good.
I think Steele's still up there among the best mids. I definitely think he's ahead of frickin' Rowan Marshmallow.
Yeah.
Nick Blakey, yep. Lizard's great. Florence been good. Well, it makes sense. These guys are like unbeatable at the moment. So yeah, they make sense for them to have a lot of players. Yep. All these players are good. Barras, the entire back line for West Coast is in here. Jake Waterman for sure. Elliot Yeo for sure. Mate, hasn't Ed Richards also missed a bunch of games? How is he in here as well? Like, he's been good, but
and no Tim English, Joe. You know, that guy's a gunner. No Jamara or Aaron Norton. Like, come on, man.
Well, Aaron Norton's missed quite a few games as well. Interesting.
Let's bust through some of these questions and we can head off. Blake's asking here, Petracca and Oliver to Goulden and Fisher. What do you think? Seems good.
Now, Oliver should lift now without Petracca. More on his shoulders.
Yeah, I don't like Oliver. I think it's not so much his ball as much his fitness and whatnot. And yeah, I think it's a miss from me. I don't mind it. You get two players that have got an extra bye. Sorry, that have got an extra game for the rest of the season on those two guys. So yeah, it's not too bad.
Yeah, true. Massimo should be in here. Massimo, yeah, right, double dummy. Massimo should be in contention. Why he's not been named for the Hawks when he's been dubbed the best winger in the comp by Champion Data. So yeah, Massimo should be in there. I agree. G Money, as far as the All Australian squad, apparently Pies big man Cox was in. They're out. Naughty joke, G Money. Very naughty joke, but I appreciate it. Kiswa, hey lads, have 625k to replace Stewart. I already have Ryan, Houston, Dacos, Shazel, Fisher. Clark.
Yeah, Jordan Clark's a good shout, I think. Freo are doing very well, and they like to kind of use him as the run-off halfback, so I think he'll be fine.
Rainkin and Krueger versus Grundy and the Shoemaker. Grundy and the Shoemaker.
Yeah.
Hey boys, how many trades is too few for the rest of the season? Going to have 5 left with one more upgrade. Better than me. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
You have to do the upgrade.
Yeah. It's okay. As long as your 22 is okay and you've got someone to cover, you'll be fine.
Correct. Hold you guys. Watch Simpkin this week. Could be a cheapie. Also, Fife said he's ready to go beast mode.
Yeah, there's someone here else who was asking me about Simpkin. I don't like Simpkin. I do not advocate picking Simpkin. As a North fan, I say no to Simpkin. There is no Simpkin. Do not pick Simpkin. The only reason why Simpkin scored a 120 is because he kicked 2 goals with like 2 minutes left in the game. That's the only reason. He gets good CBAs. He doesn't score that well. He gets the same time on ground. He doesn't score that well. It's literally just circumstance, the reason why he did.
Yep, fair enough.
That's all it is. And
Marcus,
then 3 free kicks for kind of helps.
Yeah, exactly. Will Dawson being subbed off the ground in the first quarter without touching the ball and being out for the next 6 weeks is the perfect metaphor for my season.
There you go. But you still have trades, so you can make changes in your team.
Yeah. If Tukey, the squirrel gripper, gets tagged again, he can just tag the opponent's best midfielder. You can't tag the tagger.
The thing with Tuke Miller is, the thing with Tuke Miller is that he's kind of like how the old school Crips used to be, where the captain would get tagged, and as long as the team's doing well, he just cops the tag. Like, he's like, cool, one of your best players is on me, isn't going to influence the game. That's fine. You can tag me as much as you want. That's kind of the mindset that Tuke Miller has, because Gold Coast has been doing well. So when that does happen, though, it makes it really tough as an owner and Supercoach.
Yep. LDU or Zorko this week?
Oh, Zorko.
Zorko.
I think the halfback, even though LDU is cheaper, I think the halfback of Zorko versus St Kilda is too strong.
Trade out Clary or Stewart?
Well, I think you would trade out Stewart. I think Clary, there's some upside that he's actually going to be getting better with no Petracca in the team.
Correct.
Whereas
I agree.
Stewart's lost all his avenues of scoring.
I agree. Jonas, hey Joe, what do you think about Supercoach Pro Brad the Milkman labeling SDS Supercoach as a Jeffrey Dahmer lookalike? I have heard that. And I've laughed at that. And I've laughed at that to Steve's face when I saw him on Tuesday. He's a good guy. I love him. Does Harvey Harrison play? He should. Absolutely, he should.
I hope so. I've got him and what's his face and Sullivan, so I need both of them to play this week. Otherwise, I'm not going to have over 18 playing, which would suck.
Ranking, get in my team. Shout out, Big J.
Okay, mate. Whatever works.
Big J, Essendon hater confirmed.
No.
You know it. You know it, Cheese.
I just don't like Brad Scott. That's fine.
Brody, shock, no blight. Yeah, no blight is a shock. I agree.
I think he plays VFL now, and then probably after the 300th game, he might come in.
Yeah. Big J just wants rank and tag, so he's cheaper.
Of course. I don't have him in my team. I don't want to spend $580K to get him in. Of course.
I love it. Boys, what are your thoughts about that Fife article? One thing I want to bring him in again, just because he says he's about to go beast mode. Does a hammy in the process. Who knows? Jordan Clark or Goulden this week or Ridley next week?
I like Clark. I've gone Goulden. You can wait for Ridley. So it more just depends on how many you've got playing. Like if you only have 18, it's probably worth bringing in one of Goulden or Clark. If I had to choose, I would pick Clark.
Yep, I agree. No Clark and All Australian. That's a surprise, Birdie. I agree.
Yeah. I think that the people are a bit dumb.
Yep, correct, Freddie. I think Sherry, or I think it will be the second one. If they're going to have a second ruckman, it will be a fight between Sherry and Grundy for if they're going to name 2 ruckmen in the team or not. Told you there are some very strange people in the All Australians club. You are. Where is Wheeler and Crisp, Jordan Clark, Shazel, Mass, and Trelaw?
Yeah, 100%. Missing out on a lot of people.
100%. Is Rids a top 6 defender? Mate, double dummy. It's a very good question.
I think so. And I think he's one that I'm going to have a look at actually getting him next week. I just need to check out how his body is. If he's the only one that I can afford, then potentially he's in my team straight away. I think the guy's too good. I think there's definite potential for him to score massive for me. So, yeah. He's in my team. Just depends. Like the last few weeks have been very, very good, and he's playing the right role. And there's coverage now, so I don't think he's been key defender once.
Well, he's had to play. He started playing accountable on Kerno this game, and then
And he
we
still
sort of
scored a
changed the
112.
matchup. Yeah, and then
Yeah.
we changed the matchup, and we put Laverty onto Curnow, and he still scored a 112. So that's unreal. To score 112 against the Twin Towers in Carlton is really impressive. So loving the game. He also scored a 111 at the Gold Coast in the humid, slippery conditions. So those are good signs. I'm loving Rids. Ridley could be my last defender if I move Fisher to the forward line rather than getting like a McKercher. If I can squeeze out the money to get Rids as a final defender, then you're doing obviously really well for yourself, I think. Who are good picks for VC and C this week? I don't have Zorko or Ryan. If you have Big O, if you've got the Big O, then the Big O could be all right. What else is there? If you have Shazel against Collingwood, Shazel could get a lot of supply. Where are the games? Let's just go to the games. So, yeah. So, Zorko could go well, but you don't have him. Sarong could do really well against the Bulldogs. He's got great history against the Dogs. If you have Will Day, he could do great against Richmond. If you have Grundy, can do really well against Adelaide. Shazel could do well. Dacos could do well if he's playing. Those are a bunch of names there for you. Thoughts on Darcy Wilson to Showmaker to bank cash? Yep. For upgrades next week and ranking the week after. Yep, that's fine, Sam. Trade Sexton, Stewart, or Oliver for Clark. Mate, Sexton's a Clark. Sexton was never going to be a keeper. If you're trading out a non-keeper to a keeper, then that's a win.
Yeah. Well, that's me next week. That 100%. That's me next week. So.
I want to get rid of Stewart, but Geelong have a very easy draw for the rest of the year. I have other worries, really not sure what to do. Mate, you're talking to me, Maltesing? I hear you loud and clear. Loud and clear. It's been very disappointing. If you have other bigger fish to fry, then fry them fish first. Red's been considered Burman in the past. Could he burn us again? I'll never hate Ridley. I love him too much. I'm waiting on him as I hate Rids. I love it. I just say I can't hate Ridley. Nick Minute double dummy. I hate Ridley.
Fucking Ridley, what are you doing?
Not sure he's top 6, but I want him, mate. Then that's all he can do is just seduce you into selecting him. That's all he can do. Yep. Thoughts on trading in either Clark, Krueger, and Hutchinson, or Ari, Krueger, and Rankin this week?
Look, I've got Hutchinson in my team from last week. It wasn't great. The only problem with Hutchinson is I think Oscar Allen comes back, and I don't know if he affects his role too much. So maybe they don't play the same role. Maybe they do. Oh. It's a wait.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. I'm waiting on it as I rate, not hate. That was a typo. And though he might not be top 6, I think he's the best of those in that price. Right? In that price. Yeah, I agree. He's very good at that price point. How much is Ridley again? I don't remember. Jordan Ridley, 563. It's not as cheap as we would have liked him to be, but he's started his season too good. Does Andy Brayshaw dominate the second half of the season? Or is too many mouths to feed? I think Cheese.
Yeah, I think so.
Sports Clips. Thoughts on trading out Sexton, Clark, and McAuliffe to Butters, Dowling, and Krueger. I wouldn't trade out McAuliffe. I think McAuliffe is going to play inside mid. Yeah, Showmaker for sure. I think. Is Jeremy Cameron an upgrade on Joe Richards? Of course he is.
Maybe. I mean, one's playing and one's not playing, but that's probably the biggest thing.
Well, he could be back after the bye, Joe Richards, which is obviously really handy. Ridley is the honey trap that will end up stabbing you in the back. Don't do it. Mate,
yep.
Ridley can stab me in the face, and I'll still love him. I love Ridley too much. He's my favourite player, I think, at the Bombers outside of the captain. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we sort of have spoken privately between ourselves that we're going to finish at 7 o'clock. But, hey, it's 7:11, and we're still here with you, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you. Yes, exactly. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the stream as much as we enjoyed doing it with you guys. Much love. If you haven't, hit the like button for the stream. Obviously helps the algorithm and us reaching out to more and more people, and so that we can end up having an even bigger and greater community to add to you wonderful people. And if you're new, please hit the subscribe button and that notification bell to not miss out on any of the streams and the videos that we pump out on a regular basis.
Guys, we've done our tips a little bit, but maybe we'll do our tips and we'll do our captaincy video after this as well. We're also looking at potentially, let us know down in the chat if you kind of like it, but also potentially looking at best players to trade in over the next 2 weeks and into the, the second part of the season as well. So stay tuned for that. Going to be a good episode. Some content there for you guys to have, because there's no footy today. Some good content there to have over the next day or so.
Exactly. So no footy for us to watch, but we're going to be pumping out some videos tonight. So yeah, hit that notification bell to not miss out on any of those, because here at the Centre Bounce, we do the hard work.
So you guys don't have to.
Bye for now. Much love, guys.